Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
What is up, everybody? My name is Advance, and this is Advance Plays. As you can see, my Buccaneers franchise is going strong. I got Week 11 against the Bills. Now, I don't have nothing against this team personally, but they next in line. I got an undefeated streak going, so hey, unstoppable force meets movable object. So, I'm going to shut my mouth and we'll get into this.
The talk of the NFL so far, 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Mike Benetti! Mike my boy! Check, 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 check!
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, as he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mike 50! Mike 54! Nice, sweetheart!
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Pick me up. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do
All right. Momentary lapse in coverage. I just got to make sure that that's the only big play that they get.
Long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. A look at the Buccaneers starters now on defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Allen. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And a peek now at the offense for Tampa Bay.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a 2nd win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen, open man, Gronkowski complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. On 1st down, it's Thornton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Rosen will throw.
Money. No. Yes. Oh, man. Now that's how you finish a drive. I would like to say that that was a that was just a bunch of skill on my part, but nah, that was all the receivers. Look at this. Nah, man, you take it. I got enough. I had enough touchdown passes.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
That was like the play of the game, Actually, that had to be the play of the season because that could have been so disastrous. The one time that a ball gets batted up in the air and another receiver is in a prime location to catch it. I hadn't seen nothing like that since Carson Wentz caught his own touchdown pass. Look it up.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll run on first down. Thornton. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. It's Thornton, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Middle. Check 43. Hug.
And now it's Rosen looking. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
The fact that he caught that proves how much BS that Dallas game was, because he's been making catches like that all season, double coverage, contested, but against Dallas, he was dropping them, batting them up in the air and all that shit.
Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Rosen on 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Yo, really? That's the second time that happened to me this season. Yo, the tight end coming on a crossing route, he runs into the fucking middle linebacker. And, there was no flag, no pass interference, no holding, nothing.
Might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rosen. And this is caught by Evans. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals,
and he fires one that's intercepted.
All right, that one was on me. There was a better read than that.
Take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Stop your line. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they have gone to the break with the Panthers out in front. DJ Moore, a touchdown catch in that first half. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And that one's at halftime with them leading the visiting New York Giants. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. Now, that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on second down. Allen, he completes this one to Mack. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Allen's throw is complete, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Thornton.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Thornton. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me. Alert. Watch safety creep.
Now Rosen on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Rosen to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And now out come the Bills. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Singletary again, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That's it, baby.
On the stop, a gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
The Bills on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And good field position coming up here. Football at the 12.
So Riddick throws an interception. The other rookie, JoJo Humphrey, catches it, gives it back to him and says, yo, be more careful with this. That's how it played out in my head, at least.
Find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, eluding the tackle. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bucks to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The Bucks on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is
Here come Barrett. Whoa! Get him, Vita. Yeah. I'm about to say, that never happens. Barrett usually don't slip out of sacks like that.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Jones. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Check, check, check.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people
It was touch and go there for a second. I thought it was going to be more of a defensive game after the first half, but I mean, technically it was, with the 2 interceptions that I had and the 2 interceptions that I threw, well, 3 really. And I look at the board, but yeah, like that's just funny how like my rookie throws an interception and the very next play throws a touchdown pass. People next drive after getting another interception throws a touchdown pass, and then everybody is like, yeah, let's start this guy. But in any case, my name is Advance, and I will always continue to be. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back next week with the next game.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.